it's Tony from Cassette Comeback, and today I want to show you an exciting new cassette. What brand is this? It's a Tony Cassette. Yes, I've gone out there, I've found some new old stock Type 1 that's high quality, and I've had my own cassettes made. No, that's not the case at all. This is something that was sent to me by one of our viewers, and you know who you are. I'm not going to mention you by name, but you sent me a few good ones, and this is one of them, and so thank you very much. So, what we got here, a Tony LN cassette, and normally when we think of LN, we think of Maxell, and let's be honest, looking at this precision cassette mechanism, let's have a look at the back. Yes, tape select to normal, 120 microseconds, compact, oh, the compact cassette symbol. So, looking at this, I think we think at this moment in time, it's safe to assume that these are going to be market sold quality Type Zeros. And those of you who are new to this channel or new to cassettes, Type Zero don't actually exist. It's just a slang word that we use to describe Type 1 cassettes that are such bad quality that really they're not suitable for recording on at all. That's why they're called Type Zero. But I have a reason to think that maybe this might not be a Type Zero. And before we open it, let's go and figure out why I think these might not be a Type Zero. This is where they come from, and I've been having a little bit of a dig around, and it seems there was a guy called Tony Wong. He was Taiwan based, and I think he had some shops, and he also had like a record label, and he also had these cassettes made, obviously, maybe to sell in his shops. Because if you look at this picture here and look at the symbol, we can see that it's the same symbol that is on the actual cassettes. So where could these cassettes have come from? So this starts with a company called General Magnetics, or gemmag.com.singapore. Now let's zoom this in, because this is a very Web 1 1990 style website. In fact, you know, we'll look at this and think, oh wow, yeah, annual general meeting webcast 2022. So yeah, it's still going, but this is a very old looking website, and indeed I've contacted them about what I'm about to show you, and I got a response basically saying, no, we haven't done that for years. But if we look here, audio cassettes, blank, C0s and Norelco boxes. But let's have a look at the C0s first. So we've got a lot of different shells, but these are the interesting ones here at the bottom. Do you recognise these? We've got this shell, which I've seen Denons come in. We've got this shell, which looks like the Suono shell from That's, and I've also seen That's in this type shell as well. And there's a reason for that, but if we go back again and have a look at the blank audio cassettes I've got, we've got these, the general EHFs, and there's another one as well. I've actually got some of these cassettes, and even though the reels in mine are yellow, these are actually very decent normal Type 1s. Very decent, not easy to find. Like I said, I think I got a pack of 10, and that was all I ever saw of them. Very decent. Then we've got the chrome ones, which look like they've got them that shells, and then we've got the metals. Don't know anything about them. But these two are interesting, the general CDIF and CD2F, well, IF1F, whatever. But the point is, do we recognise these? Because these look just like these That's. In fact, they use the same Suono type shell and same packaging. Were these, at this point, outsourced from That's to General Magnetics? Don't know, possibly. A General Magnetic just copying? Maybe, but it looks like the shells certainly might have come from General Dynamics. No, we're not buying any F-16 Fighting Falcons. No, we're buying cassettes. But yeah, it come from General Magnetics. But these are the interesting ones. Look, we've got the Tony tapes. We've got a Tony EHF and a Tony UHF. These are different designs to the ones that I've got. And at this point, I won't know until I open it whether this is going to be something that was made by GenMag, or whether it was just something that's made by someone else and it's a coincidence for the same brand. But I thought it was worth looking at General Magnetics because they had some interesting stuff here, even though, as I say, I've contacted them and they say, nah, mate, we don't do any of these anymore. Haven't done them for years. Yet they can't take the website down or change the website. So there we go. I mean, it looked like this guy was a decent player in the audio market back in the day, in the 70s and 80s, back over in the Far East. So yes, I know a lot of bad cassettes came from Hong Kong, Singapore, Taiwan, but you never know, he might have wanted something decent with his name on it rather than just slinging out rubbish. So if this is indeed something that may have been made by General Magnetics, could be in for something decent, but you know, at this moment in time we don't know. And why don't we know? Because I haven't opened the packet yet. So let's tear the high quality shrink wrap with the tear strip off it, and let's have a look at this cassette now. Cassette. I'm hoping this isn't just a plain black shell. Please give me something identifiable. Okay. Right, I recognize this shell, this type of shell with the almost can you see it? It's almost like a plaid or a tartan sort of embossing on it. Yeah, I'm trying to think now, I'm racking my brains which cassettes I've had recently which had a shell like this. Was it the CLT cassette? I know certainly that I've got the Swedish cassette which is like that. So yeah, this could maybe be a GenMag shell. The hubs don't give much away. Let's have a look at the tape itself. Get Mr. Pink Bic here. Let's have a wind. Let's have a see if we've got anything interesting looking on the tape. Yeah, it's a nice chocolatey brown. It is calendared, so it's not dull. Yeah, this might not be a Type 0. This might actually be quite usable. Let's just rewind it a bit. Let's have a look at the header if there's anything specifically on there. No, just little red stripes on it. But yeah, other than that, I think that's a pretty retro-tastic cassette. You know, pretty cool looking. Like I say, I like these tartan shells, but see if there's anything in the J card. No. Why would you have that right in the middle? And type A, you can write it, then stop, and then type. Hang on, let's just have to see how this works. So yeah, you'd have it like A all the way around, and then B all the way around like that. Well, I guess that would work in some ways, but yeah, so maybe you just never know at this moment in time that this might be actually a decent enough cassette. So I guess the best thing to do is to fire up a deck. Let's have a record on it and let's see if it sounds any good. Right, we're going to use the ZX9 and here is the cassette. So let's see if we can bias this up for the first time to see if this is any decent quality. Ooh, that's squeaky. That's squeaky, that is. That's not a good sign. Anyhow, let's calibrate it. Put that onto tape first, that might help. Okay, alright, the azimuth is fine. Let's have a look. Ooh, that's a bit over. Okay, right, let's check it's wobbly. Let's check the bias. Ooh, that's a bit low. Let's see if we can get the bias up. Nope. Bias is very stable, but that's as far as I can get it on the right channel. I can't bias it any higher, so I guess that's about as good as we're going to get it. It's a bit over now. Okay, and the azimuth is still good. So yes, it doesn't bias perfectly, but hey ho, bit on the right channel. I guess that's better than I expected. I honestly expected this to be not biasable, but there we go. Right, okay, let's play some music through it and see how it actually performs to the cassette. This bit of music is called Parisian Funk, and it's by DivKid. So let's get recording. There we go. Let's play some music. Oops. So it squealed. It didn't bias fully on the right channel, but all in all, I thought that sounded pretty good. Yeah, I mean, again, I've said it before, I'll say it again, when you have the source playing that you can switch to compare, then you can spot the differences. But once it's recorded and you're just playing and listening to it, a cassette will sound one of two ways. It will either sound good or it will sound bad. Maybe it could sound meh, but meh to my mind is bad. But that sounds alright. The bass was there, the treble was there, it matched levels with the source. Yeah, I don't think this is a bad cassette at all. The truth. Well, there we go. Tony reviewing a Tony. Nothing spectacular, but again, in this day and age, stop looking for ultimate audio perfection in cassettes. You're not going to find it. The reason that I like this cassette is A, it's got my name on it, B, it's very kitsch and retro looking, but C, it does actually record well. I can record some good music on this. And as a package, it's lovely. It's a shame they're so hard to find, and if you do find them, I bet they're a lot more expensive, but I would like to see if any of the later ones, the ones that GenMag have on their website, are any better. But other than that, this is it's a lovely little cassette. Really happy with that. So thanks again to the esteemed member who sent it to me. So, actually, while I'm at it, I just want to show you this. This is a new watch I've got, and do you ever buy anything because you can't believe they made it? Let me just take it off my wrist. I saw this on AliExpress and I thought, what? Are you ready? You ready? Let's just move this out of the way. Look at that. Lights reflecting everywhere. A Fox box. Oh yeah. And what got me is I love this because I can't believe someone made it. I mean, this is a big, thick, chunky watch. And, somebody somewhere will have sat down and designed this and thought, wow, that's just what the market needs. A watch that looks like this. And then they'll have taken it to a manager who'll have gone, yes, I agree. This is just what the market needs. Something like this. And then they'll have gone to like the production house and go, we want to make this, and said, yes, that's a good idea. Let's make this watch. Yeah. I mean, you think it's bad now. Wait till I put the light on. It's awesome. Ready? Oh, that's changed to 24-hour mode. Where's the light button? Here it is. Ready? Oh! It is actually all functional. It's got a stopwatch, a timer, alarm. You can tell 3 time zones on it. These are independently settable. Yeah, so, sorry, it's just very, very retro looking. This is the kind of watch that back in the 80s I'd have gone, oh, I've got to have one of them. But they make it now. And it's horrifically wonderful. Anyhow, sorry about that. Just because we're all retro addicts here. So, yeah, Tony Cassettes. Different looking, chintzy, retro, and they actually have some performance. And that's it. That's all I got for this video. So until next time, happy taping and take care. Bye bye.